finally decided to watch this show. It's weird, but I enjoyed it. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Hell's Paradise. I watched it on Netflix, although it is on Crunchyroll as well. It's 13 episodes, 24 minutes each. It is an anime. We follow this guy named Gabimaru. He is a shinobi. He's been captured, and he can't die. They are trying every technique to try to kill him. They tried to chop his head off, the blade broke. They tried to burn him alive. It didn't work. They tried to have bulls pull him apart, and they got exhausted and everything. So while he's there in prison, this lady is talking to him and asking him all types of questions, trying to get to understand him. And he's just like, I'm just here, not dying or whatever. So then she reveals, I'm your executioner. And she shows her sword. And then at that moment, he's like, she can kill me. If she makes contact, she can kill me. And then he has the will to live again. He starts defending himself, and you see his abilities. And then she's like, cool, this was a test. You can be pardoned for your crimes by the shogunate if you come with me and go on this journey. So he's like, all right, cool. He wants to be pardoned so he can go back home and see his wife. That's his will to live, to see his wife again. So they go, and it's like a bunch of criminals in this area, and it's a bunch of executioners there just in case the criminals act up. So they're like, hey, you guys are tasked with going to this island to find the elixir of life. Whoever brings it back will be pardoned. Before we go, we got to get the numbers down a little bit. So criminals kill each other. So all the criminals, they start fighting, they kill each other, whatever. And they go to the island. I think it was like 10 criminals with 10 executioners. The problem is, anyone who's gone to the island has never returned. So it's kind of like a suicide mission. But they're all criminals, so they don't really care. They get to the island, and the island is just weird. There's bugs with human faces. There's humans with flowers popping out of them. There's giant creatures walking around, things trying to kill them. Not only that, the criminals are like, I'm going to try to kill my executioner. Some succeed. Some do not. So you just have all this chaos and violence going on. And the island is also trying to attack them. So as we spend time with Gabimaru, with the executioner he's with, they come across some other people. And they kind of have to work together to understand what's going on with this island. They come across some people that they can't kill. You cut them in half, you cut them in pieces. They just keep coming back together. And those people are called the Tenzin. And they kind of like run the island. It's like 7 of them. They can switch between male and female at the drop of a dime. They can transform. And they're just like, what is going on? How are they able to do this? And we learn about, as the episodes go, you learn about Tao, which is kind of like Ki. You've heard about that in other shows. And the Tenzin use Tao to do all these different abilities that they can't comprehend. And in the final, 3 or 4 episodes, the people we're spending time with, they're split up in different groups. So each group is fighting, not a Tenzin, but maybe a Tenzin lackey who also uses Tao. And every group kind of learns how to use Tao so that going forward, they can fight the Tenzin. And it was pretty dope. Again, it's very strange and weird, the things that's going on in this island. You got to see it to believe it. You're like, what is happening? And they're just putting pieces together to try to figure out where this elixir of life is. Gabimaru he's very deadly. Everybody knows him by name. He's one of those ones. And you see it throughout the episodes as he's tapping in to stay alive so he can get a chance to see his wife. I thought it was quite fun. You spend some time with other characters. You see their backstory and how they ended up on the island. We get a lot of flashbacks and stuff. And it was like, okay, I like where this is going. I like that people are splintered off in different groups, and the groups are fighting and surviving and learning abilities, because I'm looking forward to a season 2 to see what happens with all these different people, because everybody's getting stronger, but the Tenzin are still there, and they are very strong. and I don't know if they can transform together or they can, do some teamwork combination stuff, because you usually just see one and they just going back and forth between their abilities as a male and a female. But it's a cool show. It's a cool anime. 13 episodes, easy watch. If you're looking for something chill to watch on Netflix or Crunchyroll, Hell's Paradise. I recommend it. But those are just my thoughts. I know it's been out for a little bit and kind of late to it, but if you watched it, let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.